massive fucking file thing. Well, where's my notes? You got notes? You got notes?
I haven't got notes. I was
Will we be allowed to put this on? Because it's advertising. We'll have to get,
that's what I was thinking. Like,
we'll have to get Coca-Cola to sponsor us for this. Fucking getting thousands of people to buy Coca-Cola.
Do it. It tastes great.
Is the sound okay? I think it is.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, 4.
Sexy.
Is there caffeine in this?
I think so, man.
I don't drink Coke.
You'd be bouncing off the walls now. It's 0, so there's no sugar, but they always put other stuff in it.
Pumped full of what are they called? B numbers, E numbers, and all that shit.
E150D. I got a slab of 24 in the car because I went shopping and
I knew summing up. I knew you wouldn't just buy me a can of Coke.
Multi-pack. Yeah, there's 24 in the car, so if you're thirsty, like.
All right.
But I couldn't take them all the way down to the house with all the other shopping bags. So.
Yeah, you try though, don't we? Do you do that?
Yeah.
Take them all in one go.
I do like to do that.
It's a waste of a journey otherwise.
It is.
It's like a waste of time. I'm always like trying to be as efficient as I can with everything. So it's like I get annoyed if, say, like something's going on in the kitchen and I got to go from here to here and then back. Like just making a cup of tea or something. Just do it all in one place.
Yeah.
And I get annoyed. I'm quite efficient.
I like to
what's that,
get
OCD?
Do you know? Yeah, I 100%. Do you know, like when I'm carrying something, I want to feel my skin then, like as if it's about to explode. Like, yeah.
Well, it's a man's job, isn't it?
Fingers. Yeah, 100%.
I feel more like a man then when it's painful.
Yeah. If Amy tries to pick some up, I'm like, pull that down now.
Yeah.
I am a man. Well, what's going on?
I don't know. Not really feeling a bit, I don't know, downtrodden with the old social media again.
Yeah.
I get like, I don't know what it is. Sometimes I feel like fully on, like I know what to do. I'm going to make a big list. I'm going to do these things. I'm going to put things in place, do all this stuff. Then the next day is like, I just can't be bothered. I can just about do what I need to do for my job.
Right.
And then any extra stuff is like, I'm not doing that. Do you know what I mean? It's like I burn out like in a day. I got like 2 pages of that massive page, that list of things to do. So look at all this. So 2 pages a day. That's for like course stuff.
Yeah.
That's everything about social media. That's all my teaching stuff that I got planned. That's all the wedding stuff I got planned. All little videos I got to make, and each one is kind of branched off into like 4 other things. Yeah. So after doing that, then. Yeah. So after feeling like, I'm really, really getting on, on track with it all of a sudden I got thousands of things I need to do, and it's like, fuck's sake. Now I know how big this thing is that I got to do, and I can't be bothered anymore. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, things good, not too bad. Yeah, I'm like that though. Like, I'm convinced I got like ADHD or something, or like you're saying, like OCD. Like I've got to make a list. Do you mean? And even if it's as simple as take a shower, I'll have to put it on the list.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like, and it's got to be in a certain order. Like, no, you can say like you want to go there and then there. That's what I'm like with my brain.
Maybe you're autistic or something.
Could be.
People joke that I'm autistic.
Is it?
I think I might be.
Got a bit of autism, as
I'm on the spectrum.
Say.
I'm on the spectrum, yeah, somewhere.
Is it?
Yeah, there's a place for me there.
Yeah, I do think I'm a say. Like, it was only a few weeks back. No, I say a couple of months ago. I was in Aldi or Lidl, and I didn't have a list. Like, so I phoned Amy. I was like, "Hey, what the fuck am I doing?" I was like, I'm in. Yeah, I'm aimless. Like, do you mean?
Yeah.
I said I don't know what I'm getting. She was like, "Oh, just get the usuals." I was like, "What is the usuals?"
Pick up the basket.
Yeah.
Walk in there.
Yeah, but I put a few things in the trolley and I just shot off because I was like, I can't, and I left like.
Yeah, well, again, it's probably just a waste of time wandering around, like just looking at things that you might need or not. Like with the list, you just go straight for the list stuff and you leave.
That's it.
I don't like. Sometimes you go shopping, and like Rose just pick something up that's not on the list. It's like, that's not on the list. You can't get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, madness. I'm the same with clothes as well. If I got to buy clothes, I go like once a year to buy clothes. Probably maybe not even that often. But I know what I need. I'll go and I'll get what I need and I'll leave.
Yeah, 100%. I'm with that. 100%.
Maybe it's a bloke thing or autism thing.
It's like, I think it's like getting the job done, isn't it? Do you mean? I need to go and get a pair of jeans, so I'm going to go to Next. Do you mean, the price? Yeah. I'm going to try them on just to see if I put a bit of weight on, and then I go to the till, check them, in the car, and I'm home.
Yeah, not. Oh, let's look at these. Maybe there's a better one in this other shop, so you go there. Let's just check this one as well. It's like 4 different shops. We're going back to the first one anyway.
That's it. And you got to take your trousers off 4 times and do your shoes.
I know. I got chunky legs as well. Well, I got long legs, so it's hard to find jeans that are the right length and the right chunkiness.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not super chunky legs, but difficult to find jeans.
Have you got a specific place?
MacDaddy.com.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Is it?
No, I don't know. I don't buy jeans. I haven't bought clothes for years.
Right.
I've got to know though, because I'm not as fat as I used to be. I'm on like, all because the jeans are so big and the belt ties everything in. It's like bunches up at a certain point. So yeah, I used to be a right fat bloke. But yeah.
How much you lost then?
I only work in kilograms now because I'm a kilogram monkey. I was 110 kilograms and now I hover between 91 and 94.
That's massive.
Depending, yeah. It's the weight of my youngest son.
Is it?
So I can pick him up, but I can feel how much weight I've lost.
Yeah.
So yeah, But we get on to fitness another time, like. So films.
Films it is.
Watched any good ones this week?
What have I watched lately? I've been to see Napoleon. No, I went to see Napoleon the other day. Sorry. Let me retract that. I went to see Ferrari on Thursday.
Right, yeah.
That was quite good. I'm not a big car guy, but it kept me engaged, like, do you mean? It was all right.
Sorry, viewers.
Yeah. Oh, baby.
But
I went to see Napoleon before that.
That's the Joker guy, you know.
Joaquin Phoenix, and it was wasn't unexpected. Like, it was, the action scenes was shit hot, really good, but it was, the rest just felt like noise, like pointless.
I don't know. I'm not interested in that. So it feels like a historical thing like that. It would just bore me. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Unless there's something interesting about it, like that I would be interested in. I'm not into history.
I see.
I find history really boring. It's like done. I'm happy to leave any history in the past and just focus on, obviously learn from it. Don't have any more Nazis around or anything. But like, I don't know. Some of it's interesting. Some of it's good to know. But I think like Napoleon's not a massive thing that there's not anything in the back of my head. Oh, I wonder what Napoleon did.
Yeah. Like, what would Napoleon do?
Yeah. So I don't know whether. I don't think I like any non-fictional history films. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like Schindler's List, not interested in that one. Although I know people should be. It's a good one. I don't know. It's got a bit bored, really. I know it's all artsy and things, and it's supposed to kind of shock you and wake you up to what all that shit that happened and that.
Yeah.
But again, just wasn't really. I don't know. I wasn't interested in it.
I heard a good joke earlier.
Go on. It's gonna be offensive now.
Shall I not say it?
No, it needs. Yeah, no, go on, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This came from a student. I'm just saying. What do you call someone who eats in the attic?
I don't know.
Scran Frank.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I thought it was appropriate for what.
Did your student make that up?
I don't know.
Seems like they did.
It tickled me.
Sounds like
Scran Frank. But yeah, I thought it was apt to the Schindler's List, like.
Yeah.
But what about you? Have you watched anything, did you?
I tend to rewatch the same stuff. There's not a lot of like new stuff that I went kind of looking out for. Last thing in the cinema was Dune.
Oh yeah.
That's the last time I went to see him. But I enjoyed Dune. It's different in the cinema than at home though, because like the sound of Dune, like when you're there, it's just, I don't know, it just blows my brain out of my arsehole. It's like just so. It's deep. It just like vibrates through you. That doesn't happen in the house with little tiny speakers on the side. Like,
did you watch it like in like a certain like iSense or anything like that?
No, it's just normal Odeon, I think.
Yeah.
So it was like tidy. You know, they've buffed up the seats and stuff now. So you got like a little table and foot stuff going on. So yeah, it's sorry, it's good. Yeah, it's just the sound. I enjoy the sound. And I never noticed how funny the I don't know. Have you seen it? Have you seen Dune?
I fell asleep. I need to watch it properly.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but I did enjoy what I seen. Like.
Yeah, it's a bit. Looks like a DJ booth, like controlling the army kind of thing. It's like, in the cinema, I was like, "Oh, this is amazing." But when I was at home watching it, was just this bald guy. And yeah, it just doesn't have the same effect.
Is it that's? Am I right in saying that it's linked to Star Wars?
Well, it's like Star Wars, but like not made for kids. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's like, isn't it part of Star Wars though? Like,
No.
like a part of the story.
Nothing to do with it. No, different universe.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
so it's a book. There's a series of books, loads of books. I read Dune. Apparently, there's more books than I've read.
Yeah.
But they've broken that book up into like a couple of films.
Nice.
Sorry. See, that's what
I feel so much better for anyone who's listening on headphones. Like,
yeah. So.
wow, that was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, so the film, nothing much happens in the film compared to the book. Like you get like a third of the way through the book, and it's just like the first little bit. Same as Lord of the Rings. So it's similar to that. Like Lord of the Rings broke up a massive book into 3, but each of those just cut loads out of the book.
Okay.
So just to get the story through, like there's loads of little side quests they go on and things in Lord of the Rings in the book. Same Game of Thrones as well. But yeah, I don't know, where do you stand on like films, like books that have been turned into films?
It's cliche, innit? But I do I prefer the books sometimes. I mean,
Yeah.
like for example, I'm a big Stephen King fan, and I read The Shining, and I loved it. I thought it was much. I wouldn't say it's much better, but it's just more detailed, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, and there's like a different ending as well.
Oh, is it?
Spoiler. Yeah, I won't say, but like it was.
I don't read much Stephen King. I read it.
I haven't read it, but the film, like the new. I've seen the 2 new ones.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
When when the first one come out, of the new ones, is it Charlie? Is it the little boy? The one of the little Georgie. That's it.
Hiya, Georgie.
No, when he bites his arm off.
Yeah.
Zach was around that age, like.
Yeah.
So, oh my god.
Yeah, it's the same with
That's
me.
sick.
Yeah, I know. It's just hard. It's hard to watch when you got kids.
Yeah.
Oh, and, well, I know Jack's not yours, but you don't do it. Yeah, it is. It's weird. But the yeah, books are, you get more from a book, don't you? Because you know what people are feeling.
Yeah.
And you don't know that from looking at someone do things. Like unless there's a narrator saying, "Oh, Georgie thought this, but he actually did that." Do you know what I mean? He felt safe on the street while he was reading, but it's like you get all the feelings behind what the character's doing, and that paints the picture in your head rather than you're looking at a person on the street in the rain. It's like you don't know what they're feeling. It's like you get more from it, really.
Yeah, like Georgie started to tremble and things like that. Like,
yeah. He knew we shouldn't be talking to the clown in the sewers,
Yeah.
but he did.
Yeah, and now he's dead. But yeah, like there's been a few books I've read. So there's a book I read called Room, and that was adapted then.
Yeah, I think you told me about that. I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
one.
it's brilliant, and it's written in the child's, the way the child would speak.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if there's a word for that, like how something's written like that.
Stupid.
But that was really good, and that was just like my sister bought it for me randomly for Christmas once, and it was
cool.
really cool. But yeah, I want to, like, one of the boys has lent me a Game of Thrones book, one of the new ones, which was what's the latest Game of Thrones show? It's like you had 8 seasons and then spin off.
Something Dragon, House of Dragons.
Something like the book he's lent me is that.
Okay.
So yeah, just need to find time to read it. Like,
yeah.
you know.
So what's your top 5? Have you got top 5 films?
Top 5 films.
I can't decide in my top 5.
I'd say like Die Hard is 100% in there. Do you mean? I love Die Hard. I love like Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Tarantino.
Yeah, big Tarantino fan. It is hard to choose, isn't it?
It is really hard. It depends on my mood.
It does, yeah.
I got my hangover films. Like if I'm really hungover, the film that I always watch is No Country for Old Men.
Oh, okay.
It's like a slow burner, and it's like just let things happen in front of your eyes. You don't care about any of the characters. It's like you can't get emotionally involved. It's just just watching things go.
That's a great film, that is.
Yeah, I know. Don't really understand it, but yeah, it's good. I like when they leave things up to you. Like at the end, spoilers with all this, by the way. If we ever talk about films, we were just gonna just blurt out whatever happens, just so you know. But like at the end, when you don't know whether he's killed the woman or not, and he's like he crashes his car, he pays the kid for his shirt and all that. Yeah, I like stuff like that. Rose hates that. If there's anything left up to her to decide, that's a waste of her time watching that whole film. She wants to be told directly, this man won and he killed this person.
I'd say I'm like that, like, but 50-50, you mean? It depends how good the story is to you mean?
Yeah, right. I just like it being left, like I can't think of any films that leave it hanging at the end. Like,
there's what did I watch recently?
Whiplash kind of does it.
Yeah.
When you just see a little quirky thing, or you don't know whether he's on his side or not at the end. You just get the impression that he is. It's like,
yeah.
And you see, like, I don't know, you just on his eyes, and it looks like he's smiling, but
the
main
teacher,
guy,
like,
I've forgotten his name. Yeah, that's one of my favorite films. I love
J.K.
that film.
Simmons.
Is it?
Yeah, he's brilliant. Do you know? I don't want to go off on a tangent, right? But do you know, like, say I'm on a driving lesson, and like say that someone can't do like a reverse park, and I'm like, yeah, again. Like, you know, try it again, and I feel like the guy from Whiplash. Like,
what are you, fucking idiot?
Yeah. I've shown him a video, like, just to be like, this is why, like,
throw
please,
a chair.
Yeah, like, please, if I'm being a bit thing, like, this is what I'm feeling like.
Yeah, you should get a little mini chair in the car.
Yeah,
fucking freak it out.
Of, like, mini symbol.
Yeah,
but I do like the open-ended films, but as long as if it's done right, if I've been confused with the whole thing, then I'm like, well, that was a waste of time. You know, but like Chris Nolan is a bit like that, like with Inception.
the spinny thing.
Yeah,
there are wiggles at the end.
That's it.
Yeah, you don't know whether he's dreaming or not.
That's it.
It's a good one. I like that film. I don't know. There's some directors I really like. So I like Tarantino, but I don't know. I feel like he's either a little bit kind of pretentious. That when he first started doing what he was doing, I enjoyed it because it was a bit different.
Right.
But apparently, I don't know whether this is true, but it's like people were doing what he was doing like way before that. It's just he was the most popular one to do.
Okay.
Like the weird kind of filming and all that kind of thing. But there's a scene in, what's the German one? With the Germans.
Oh, Inglourious Basterds.
Yeah, the first scene, opening scene.
Yeah.
Love that scene. It's just so tense, like.
Yeah. My turn.
Bird Factory.
Yeah.
So that's good. I like Tarantino for the stuff that he does. I like Nolan guy, like the Batman stuff. That's what I like. Tim Burton I like as well. I like him.
I can see why you like him.
Yeah, well, Beetlejuice.
Bizarre. Yeah.
Beetlejuice and Batman. First Batman. Everything else I'm not too fussed on, really. I don't know. I couldn't put my finger on many other ones that I really like, but those are the two. Mainly because of music, though, I think. Yeah, it is bizarre. Yeah, it's just different.
Danny Elfman does the music, doesn't he?
Yeah.
From all that, like.
Yeah. For the first Batman, I love the first Batman.
Yeah, it is good. But you know, like, with Tim Burton, like, Beetlejuice, it always sticks in my head as just being so weird. You know, like with the snakes, like with the snake people or whatever they are at the end, like doing, just scars you, like, and especially when you watch that stuff like as a kid. Do you mean? Yeah,
I think it does. Maybe that's what warped my mind. I think it on Dirty Sanchez, one of them said it, Dayton said it before. I think it was Beetlejuice warped my mind when I was a kid.
It is so strange, and like Nightmare Before Christmas.
I'm not fussing that. Yeah, I don't like that one.
And
the guy whose face turns.
Yeah,
creepy guy.
They're not for kids, man. Like,
no, I don't know. Is that a Christmas film or a Halloween film? I think it's one of those where they just splice them together just to try to make the most of the two holidays.
Yeah, it's a bit like Frozen, isn't it? Frozen's filmed in the summer. Like this, it's in the summer, and then everything gets frozen. So it's one of those in betweeners.
Yeah.
Have you heard the story about that?
No.
Conspiracy alert. So apparently, Walt Disney was frozen. Like cryogenically, is it? Cryogenically.
Okay.
And apparently, like, it came out that he was. So they made Frozen, so that when people search for Frozen, like Walt Disney Frozen, only the film will come up. So apparently it's all been buried. I didn't make it up. That's what I've heard.
Okay, it's a good one.
Yeah.
You say about any of them, though, couldn't you? Like, I don't know. Lion King.
He's lion.
Apparently Disney bred lions to create one fucking super king of the jungle.
Super king of the jungle. That's what I heard as well.
And that's why they made Lion King.
Yeah. And the sequel then.
Lion. Prince.
Yeah, but back to films.
Yeah. So, Marvel or DC?
I like a bit of DC. The latest Batman.
Yeah, I like the latest Batman.
It's incredible. Marvel, I like the idea of it, but it's just a lot, isn't it?
I think the first, when they ended with and metal guy died, Iron Man, like that, whatever the last thing was, the last end game thing.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that?
No.
What?
No.
You're lying.
No. So Iron Man dies, is he?
No.
Ah. Okay, yeah.
Why haven't you seen that?
I just haven't. I seen the one before.
You've seen the trilogy. Out of the 3, you've seen 2.
Yeah.
You've seen the last one.
Yeah.
Must be like 10 years.
I never got around to it.
Oh, you need to watch
But
that.
like, this is the thing. It's like I'm not massively into it, Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Like I'll watch it if it was on. Like.
Yeah. Well, basically, that was the last good one. Everything else is really kind of woke shit. Like all the men heroes have got female counterparts. Like Thor's missus is now wield the hammer.
Right.
The
Disabled as well.
Mrs. Hulk.
Yeah.
Fucking, like loads of shit. And not Aquaman. What's his name? Who's the black guy? Black Panther guy. So he's died. There's like a girl Black Panther now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a bit shit.
Yeah.
But like then there's no need. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we don't have to go into all that shit. But I think the way that they made them. Everyone is exactly the same. The plot is the same. It's like it's almost like they've got an algorithm to hook the most people. It's the pop music of films, basically.
Yeah,
and it's so predictable. Like you have the hero, you have the villain introduced. You have the villain gets cocky. Hero gets cocky, loses his power, or whatever, or gets a disadvantage, gets beaten up by the bad guy. You got to overcome some sort of emotional thing to get his power back. He comes back and like beats the bad guy, whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's a twist at the end, like the final credits. Oh, the bad guy's not dead. He's made friends with this other guy, and he's gonna be the next villain. Like it just repeats every single time. It's always the same.
Yeah, and you always you've got like you have to sit through the credits to see a little clip at the end for the next one, and yeah.
I know. Like it was good for a while. But it's just done. You need to change it up. You need to change the algorithm.
It's cash grabs now.
That's all it is, I think. But I read another book lately called The Shrinking Man. Have you read The Shrinking Man?
No.
I can lend you it. When we go into books, you can lend me a book, I'll lend you a book, and we can kind of read it.
We should have done this about films
I was
tonight.
thinking that, but we only had a couple of days, didn't we? So I didn't have much time to do it. I managed to watch Dune, though. But,
nice.
Yeah, Shrinking Man, a guy called Scott, same as Ant-Man.
Right.
Gets shrunk indefinitely. Like he's just shrinking, and the story behind it and stuff. It's just Ant-Man just ripped it off completely. Yeah, there's the name. It's not like as Marvel as that. It's a normal story. Like if there was a story about the Shrinking Man, it would be really cool.
Yeah. Just
different and interesting about this guy who wakes up every day like an inch smaller, like a tiny bit smaller. And then he gets so small that he can't get up the step. And then his wife loses him. And he lives in the basement trying to eat crumbs off the floor and stuff. And there's a spider that attacks him and he's got to try and like just survive. He doesn't know what happens when he goes to 0. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just all about that. It's all counting down to that point.
Is it?
Yeah.
Never heard it.
Yeah, Shrinking Man. It's by what's his name? I've forgotten his name. Same guy who did I Am Legend. He wrote I Am Legend, which is another one. Like the film's all right, but it's just sexier than the book, And I don't know. The book's so much better. Like the book is about a guy in like kind of like the 50s. He hasn't got a dog. He just lives in a house on his own. He puts garlic up everywhere. And like zombies on Call of Duty, when you just hammer, you defend, like put boards up everywhere. Basically does that every day. He goes around his house, makes sure his generator's working, boards all the windows up, make sure there's garlic out, because the vampires don't like garlic and stuff. And every night they come and attack him.
Right.
But they can talk and they can speak. They shout at him from outside, and all the girls get their baps out and stuff, trying to get him to come out. And like sometimes he feels like he does want to go out. Do you know what I mean? Just to kind of end it all. And then in the days then he goes around every one of their houses, he just assassinates all of them in a massive radius around his house. And that's the story.
Yeah.
But the one on TV, the kid, he's got a dog, so the dog's going to die at some point. That's the loss that the person's going to feel watching it. It's like there's no need to do that. The story's good as it is. Like, do you know what I mean?
I think I've only seen that film once. I Am Legend.
Yeah,
it was alright. It didn't stick.
Yeah, I know.
Do you mean?
That's what I mean. It makes it cheap when it's the same as everything else. It's like you don't need to have those things in. I prefer films that don't, like No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
None of that has been made for the person watching. It's just like there's a point to it that goes beyond just appealing to everyone.
That's art, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Like we were saying last time, like Tool. Like the music is art.
Yeah,
that's what I feel about No Country for Old Men, which was a book. I think No Country for Old Men was a book, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I'm sure it was a book. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Yeah, but do you know, like, you not triggered, sorry, you like sparked something in my mind when you said about the spider chasing the shrinking man.
Yeah.
Right. Do you ever see a kid film when you were a kid called Little Monsters?
With Maurice.
Maurice, yeah, terrifying. Do you mean? And I always remember like.
Oh yeah, he pulled someone's head off and stuff, didn't he? It's horrendous.
That happens. But like the little boy who ends up going on the bed and stuff. He opens the cupboard and there's a scene on the TV and there's like a guy like just tangled in a spider web and there's a spider come in. Stuck in my brain until now. It makes me feel sick.
There's piss in my apple juice.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I love that film.
But like, you know, weird how like the smallest kind of like that scene might last 5-10 seconds.
Yeah,
but it sticks with you forever.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Robocop's the same for me.
Mm.
There's a Robocop scene when they rape some woman. I'm sure I seen when I was like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
and I remember them. I remember that one scene.
Is it?
Yeah, I remember the robot at the end.
Yeah, or crawling.
No, it's like two big massive legs with guns. It's like
yeah,
and it falls down the stairs. Like Robocop makes it fall down the stairs, and it falls. And goes wah, wah, wah.
Yeah,
stuck in my brain. Like I don't know how old I was watching. I was like 2 or 3.
It's so like Zach now, right? I seen Zach today, and like he was like he was making fun of someone, right? Because they're not allowed to watch like 12 films and stuff on 15, and he's like, oh, I always watch them, and I was like, yeah, but the thing is, boy, he said that's why they got the age ratings, and it's for that. It's because it's so you don't see shit like that when you're too young. Like.
But I think you need to. I think you need to see it. Like I don't.
Well, even like when you're 3 or 4, like.
Well, maybe not that young. It wouldn't mean anything when it was 3 or 4. I think I must have been older than that. But I think because you don't know what any of it means. You don't know danger when you see a robot come towards you with the guns for arms. You don't know what a gun is.
No, I know what you mean.
But like when you're old enough to know what it is. But that kind of stuff, I think it makes you who you are. Do you know what I mean? I think that like the little traumas when you're a kid.
The mini trauma, like
that's it's important to have. Like otherwise everything's perfect, everything's pristine. It's like you wrap. If you avoid germs too much, you're gonna get ill badly at some point. You know what I mean? So
I see what you mean.
Like we let the kids pick in those and like eat their roll in the mud, like eat things off the floor and all that kind of stuff. It's the same kind of thing. It's the equivalent of your brain is, letting them get caught by or seeing something they shouldn't really be ready to see yet. Like someone get into a fight or something.
Right.
Like 80s films were the best because the technology was there to make people's heads explode. Yeah. You ever see Scanners?
No, but I do want to watch that actually.
Yeah, it's great. But like that's the kind of that 80s films. It's different to 70s. Like, anything from 70s and earlier. It was like Taxi Driver was 70s, so it was like real things going on. They didn't have a lot of technology to make really like wacky stuff happen. They tried with things like Jason the Argonauts, the old like clay movement things, like a gladiator, like fighting a giant, a massive like scorpion or whatever. It just doesn't look real. That 80s technology was there. Plus, it was so early on in the whole kind of pop culture thing. Yeah, they didn't know that it was bad to explode people's heads. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And similar with the music industry, like Frank Zappa said in interviews and things, the power went from the people who the artists and the musicians. The power went from them to people in suits, like the people who were running like film companies like Paramount and all that shit, like the big film studios, and they didn't know what was good. Like the artists would make art, like that's where Taxi Driver came from, and like those like old kind of cowboy films and all that kind of stuff, the stuff that meant something to the person. But people in suits, they don't know what's good and what's not. So go on, make a film about exploding people's heads, make a film about a robot, a man who gets sawn in half by a 9-year-old. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that was Robocop 2, I think that one was. But yeah, there's all that shit came out of the 80s, like Beetlejuice. I don't know about Little Monsters. It feels like 80s. I think, like Goonies type of thing.
Yeah, I think it was like late 80s or maybe early 90s, like 91, not I'd say 89 to 91.
Labyrinth, that was great.
Amy showed me that. I'd never seen it, and she was like, "Well, how come you never seen it?"
I'm surprised you never seen it.
Yeah, never seen it, and like there was some like just weird things, man. Like,
I love it. Yeah, it's great.
It was, I think, like they say the 80s. It was a time of like exploring heads and stuff, but also just like weird things, like
I know it's
strange things to stick, like.
But it's like the maybe all the LSD people and acid people from the 60s. all the babies were coming of age making films in the 80s. Maybe that's
That's
it.
a good point.
Yeah.
So like all the like trips they might have had, like so they.
Yeah,
Perhaps
but
they
it would have been the
opened other things.
babies, I think, unless like the older people were. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe that's it. But yeah, but since then everything's quite tame. Everything's kind of algorithm now. But there's no algorithm then. Everything was different.
Yeah.
Every single film was completely different. It's like Flight of the Navigator. That was a great one.
I knew that.
You haven't heard of Flight of the Navigator? It's like it's a robot. It's also weird. It's
Yeah.
like a shiny spaceship that goes around and takes his boy on a little adventure. There's little aliens in there, eats chocolate and stuff.
What?
Yeah, Goonies is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love 80 stuff. Running Man, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I love the music from Running Man as well. Yeah, Big, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. They're all great ones.
Which one's is the Running Man when his head explodes, or is that Total Recall?
Both of them. So
Is it?
Running Man, he's got a thing around his neck and he's in prison in the beginning. Like,
Right.
They frame him like gunning down loads of innocent people, but he refused to basically. And he's like flying a helicopter, he just fucking just punching people in the helicopter, throwing them out and stuff. But they have like a security video to show him like taking orders of someone, and they say hold fire, don't fire on the civilians. He said, fuck you. And he's but it's not what happened. So you got framed into prison, but they put these things on your neck, and if you go past this thing or they press a button or whatever, it explodes your head off.
Oh.
But Total Recall is when he falls into like Mars's atmosphere.
That's it.
And he goes, and his eyes are fucking popping out.
It's
That's a good
face
one.
goes so red, yeah. But
Yeah,
another
that's the
thing, it's
technology.
Like a can, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
His eyes fucking pop out. And like,
Yeah, there's a point where you know, like every time something like that happens, it's like on him, and he's like, and then it cuts to something else. And when he comes back, it's clearly not him. It's like it's like a little bit like all clay or whatever. They just pump it full of air.
yeah.
Like
the face just gets stretched. Like
Big Trouble in Little China. See
I've
that?
seen that. No.
Yeah, you gotta watch that one. That's the same thing as the guy who's like, I'm getting angry and red. And then it comes back and he goes, his head just goes fucking massive.
Is that Scorsese?
Fuck no, I don't think
No.
so. No.
I'm sure he's got a film title something similar.
Big Trouble in Little China, no, Kurt Russell.
All right.
Like back in the good old days.
Is it?
Yeah, it's great.
I need to kind of like
That's
go
what-
back to the 80s, I think.
That's where all my quotes come from, is those films. Like
Is it?
nearly every quote that I know is from those films.
From
Yeah,
all
they
the
just live
80s.
in my brain. Yeah.
So Schwarzenegger, mind, he was fair play to him, like. Do you know what I mean? He's come from Austria.
He's
Do you
made
know
it.
that at one point he was in Talbot, apparently?
No, I was
He
thinking
he'd
of
done
someone
like
else, actually. No.
a competition in the Lido years ago in the 70s, like,
Was it?
apparently. Yeah, but I think like he's a guy from Austria who went to America, made all those iconic films, become bloody not prime minister, was it?
Yeah, we call
Governor.
Oh yeah.
Governor, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's that hell of a life, like.
Yeah.
Because he's got a documentary on Netflix, which is supposed to be good as well, isn't he?
I don't know, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it came out in the last few months.
What's it called? Maximum Reps.
It's something like that, yeah. I can't remember what it's actually called. But might be something to do with Strong. But like everything from the 80s and 90s he's done was gold, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same character and everything.
Yeah.
Gotta
True Lies is a good one, have you seen that?
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. I I quite like him. But so who's another actor never changes his character?
Jason Statham.
Oh, is he an actor?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
One of the guys who work with
also
was
more
at
of a-
school with him.
He's like a more of a like athlete kind of person. Isn't he? I thought he's an athlete turned.
He's like full jiu-jitsu head, he is.
Is he?
Yeah, like he's
Fuck, I'll take
black
him.
belt, like.
I'll take him. Right, Keanu Reeves. That's it. He's the same person and everything. And you know the Matrix.
Yeah.
The original. I reckon the Matrix is based on or something, or his character at least, Johnny Mnemonic. I told your
Right.
brother about that, and he'd never heard of Johnny Mnemonic. But it's about again 80s. This guy who I can't remember like the full story or like who he is, but anyway, he gets something in his brain, information in his brain, like electronically implanted into his brain.
Yeah.
And he's got to kind of take that somewhere else, like smuggle it into somewhere else. and these people are trying to get after him. Apparently, it's really valuable information, and they pin him down in the same kind of seats as the Matrix and plug something into his brain the same way.
Okay.
It's like really similar.
Yeah.
And he's the same actor. He's Neo, and you see him in anything. He's the same person. Like, what's the new one with the guns and like Aikido
John
shit?
Wick.
Yeah, he's the same thing. He's just Neo, like normal Neo. And the latest Matrix, I was pissed off with. It's just, yeah.
I haven't seen the newest one yet.
Yeah, don't bother.
It's speaking of woke, the Wachowski brothers, they've gone trans, haven't they?
Oh, they have, yeah.
But they've always been.
Are they still brothers?
Ooh. That's up for debate, isn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to.
Sisters.
Yeah, would they be? Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, they've gone and they've kind of found themselves. But yeah. But what's it called? What I was going to say. I seen Wonka lately. Have you seen?
I haven't seen that one.
Oh my god, so good.
Felix has seen it.
Is it? Do you like it?
He said it was good. Yeah.
It's like I felt like a kid again. Yeah, it's like the music, the soundtrack in it is amazing. Do you mean? There's something about that Pure Imagination song.
I know.
There's something about it. Like,
but the first one, Willy, I always get these confused. There's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
And there's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. One's the old one, and one's the new one.
Yeah.
I forget which one it is, but the old one with Gene
Wilder.
Wilder, yeah.
Yeah, Hackman, yeah.
Gene Wilder. That's the best one, but it's dark as well. Like again, that was back in the day, wasn't it? But like the scene when he's on the boat going through, and he's like, "Hey, turn where you going?"
Yeah.
Snowing or whatever. I don't know what you're saying, but like that's really dark. Like, and there's stuff in the background. There's like cockroaches in the background, all that kind of stuff.
Aye.
Out of nowhere, like it's all like kind of happy. You know, there's something wrong with him in the brain. There's something really bad. So I don't know. Does Wonka, the new one, touch on that? Like him being a little bit kind of mental?
Not so much. It's more about his relationship with his mother. So like Charlie and Chocolate Factory, which is the Johnny Depp one, that was about his relationship with his father. Do you mean there's a bit of a strange one that is? Like,
that guy.
Yeah, his father, like
Chocolate.
Yeah, but with Wonka, it's like he goes to Paris and he's trying to he starts off his own kind of shop and things like that. But it's there's three other shops in the same like centre, like, yeah, and he's trying to kind of cut his teeth there.
Was Slugworth one of them?
Slugworth, yeah. That's it. Slugworth. Matt will. What's his name? Matt Lucas is one of the people. I'd tell who's really good in that film is Jordan Peele. Is it? No, not Jordan Peele. Michael Keegan Peele in it.
Oh, I have no idea what that is.
No, Michael Keegan Key. So Jordan. Have you ever seen Key Peele?
No.
Not the comedy duo.
No, I've heard of
Comedy
them.
Central. Honestly,
I've heard them. Oh wait, yeah.
There's one I'll send you later, right? It'll fucking buckle you because it's your brain in a video, right? Because it's got places you don't expect, right? But the Michael Keegan Key, whatever his name is, he's in it and he's brilliant. But it's I'd recommend it. I cried.
Did you?
I cried, yeah.
I cry sometimes in films. Only when I'm hungover usually. Yeah. It's like when I'm hollow. When you feel like really hollow.
Shell.
Yeah. Yeah. When I let myself go there.
Yeah.
I can. But it's like the most weird random films as well. I can't think of one off the top of my head now. That one made me cry. But it's stuff, like stupid stuff.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I can't think. I was trying to think earlier on with this. I can't think of the last film that I cried to. But yours is Wonka though.
It's highly recommended, like.
Yeah.
It just made me feel like a kid. Do you mean? It's like as soon as it started, he's singing on a boat, and Amy was like, "Oh no, it's one of these," and I was like, "Wonka was a musical." Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was a musical.
Yeah.
But by the end of it, she fucking loved it. I put it this way: I was listening to the soundtrack in the car. Do you know what I mean? After the. But
cool.
Yeah, recommend.
So Twist, where are you with Twist?
I like
Do you like Twist? Yeah.
Yeah, I think
favorite Twist.
Sixth Sense.
It's a classic one, isn't it?
I'd love to like go back and see that again, like for the first time.
Where did I can't remember whether it was Always Sunny.
Right.
I think what Charlie says to him, but the twist in the Sixth Sense being the fact that it's Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what it was. I was like, oh yeah, the twist was all the way through the film, the the character who's talking to the kid is Bruce Willis.
It is actually Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
I love Charlie. Like.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I like my favorite twist is Book of Eli.
Ah, yeah.
I like that one. That's a good twist.
I watched that recently, actually.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It was really good.
I like those, like post-apocalyptic Fallout type things.
That's exactly what reminded me of Fallout 3.
Yeah, the best one.
Yeah, really good film that is. But what I don't like is like when you can see coming.
Yeah, I couldn't see that coming really, but like towards the end, you can feel it. You can kind of guess it, and then when you rewatch it, it's like
yeah. There were certain bits of Book of Eli where like he just would just touch a wall. Do you mean?
Yeah,
and I'd be
know
like,
yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't click onto that until I watched it again.
That's it.
They should have had him click in. So I'm going like as you walked into a room or whatever.
That's it. Yeah, because he's an alien, isn't he? And this is why he's touching walls and clicking. He's from outer space.
Yeah, that's the one. And the mothership comes down.
But I think like there's, do you know, like with Sixth Sense, no M. Night Shyamalan. Like I've seen like quite a few of his films now. Have you seen The Village?
That's the old one, isn't it?
It's like mid-2000s probably.
Yeah.
That's really good. I love the twist in that.
Yeah.
That was really good. But he's got a new one which is out in the last few years I think it's called Old or something like that. And people get washed up on a beach.
I've seen that.
Was it Old?
Something like, no, I don't think it was called Old. It might have been called Old. Yeah, it's like on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah, they become old and they like
quickly. Was that him? Was it?
Yeah, and that was pretty good. But I feel like
did you see the woman in the cave?
Which one was that called?
No, that's from that film. Have you seen that film? Old, when they get old.
Yeah.
You don't remember the woman in the cave?
Right. What towards the end?
She's like, well, it's just time goes super fast for them, doesn't it? So they cut themselves and they instantly heal.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to kill someone, unless you actually just a killing blow, they just survive. So like there's one of the sexy hot girl. She goes really old and like ugly, and she goes to live in the cave.
Right.
And someone goes to see her, and she's like chasing after this girl for some reason. And she falls over, like lands on her leg and breaks her leg, but her heel's all crooked. She's like, oh, and every time she falls, she breaks something. And I don't understand why she was doing what she's doing, but she's like flapping around.
She looks like a crumpled up spider. Like,
but she's like flapping around for no reason, like smashing into the wall and breaking everything, and just and she heels like all buckled, and I just thinking, why?
It's like that with he did that film as well, and he with James McAvoy, Split. Was that him?
I don't know whether it was him. It feels like it might have been him.
Because like that takes a weird turn.
Was that tied with Unbreakable?
Yeah, I believe so.
And oh no, Glass. There's three of them, isn't it? Unbreakable, Split, and then Glass.
Yeah.
I didn't like Glass.
I haven't seen Glass.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It seems just a shit ending. I think, from what I remember, it was a little bit. It turned almost into like an X-Men / The Boys, but turned down to 2. Do you know what I mean?
I see.
It seemed like, I don't know, they blew it up in this massive thing, and they didn't really answer many questions with it. Like by the end, you find out like there's a secret organization behind it all.
Okay.
Which hasn't been mentioned at all through any of them. But right at the very end, it's like a little symbol on someone's wrist. It's like, oh.
So it's leading into another sequel then.
Yeah, but by the third one, like if you drop that on the third one, it's like, no. I've been in this for 3. I've stuck through this last one. You're not going to hook me in with another one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. I see what you mean. I tell you an amazing twist which needs a mention. Have you seen the first Saw film?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did not see that coming. When I watched it with Amy, like after I'd already seen it, I watched it with Amy later on. She'd never seen it, and I was just like, we're just watching, like, waiting for it to happen, just see how she reacted. So good.
Stuff like that. When you watch it again, you look at then you watch everything, like same with the Book of Eli and stuff.
Yeah,
but have you, a body horror though? I don't know. You know that genre of like body horror stuff.
What's
like basically Saw. Like body horror, you've seen someone's like arms like get ripped off
and things like that. Right.
Yeah. So
I didn't realize that was like a subgenre, like body horror.
Yes. Yeah. Body horror. But there's what's the other one where they sew someone's ass to their mouth?
Oh yes.
That
Human
one.
Centipede.
Yeah. Body horror, that kind of thing. Have you seen Tusk?
Tusk, no.
Fuck.
Tusk of a rhino.
That's left something with me. That has. Yeah, a little bit. It's like, you know the guy who plays... Have you seen Dodgeball?
Yeah.
You know the kind of main little young guy, I can't think of his name, he's got like black hair. Main guy who's a little bit kind of shy and timid.
Yeah.
And he just makes a fool of himself all the time. It's him. He's got like a moustache like me. And I think he goes to do research somewhere for whatever, goes to meet this guy traveling somewhere, and just gets abducted by this bloke. This bloke saws his leg off.
As you do.
In his sleep, he drugs him, cuts his leg off. He wakes up the next day, and he's like just sitting in a chair. I think it's marketed as like half comedy kind of thing, but it is extremely not a comedy. It's
like a black comedy, like
it's horrible. Like my imagination runs away with me sometimes. If something's like supposed to be funny, it's like I laugh, but it's like I don't know. I couldn't get my head around the fact of how horrible this was.
Right.
Like I couldn't really see past that to see the funny. But it was like, so he took this guy either one leg or both legs. I can't remember. I took it off with the knee, and he woke up the next day and like drugged and looking for his phone. Couldn't find his phone. So this like he's like a scientist / doctor kind of guy comes in. I think I was going in and out of the room to like make food as well at the same time. So I'm not really 100% with a lot of it. I'm kind of glad I missed like a lot of it. So. He came in, couldn't find his phone. He said, I had to take your phone for whatever reason. Yeah. And he said, we had a problem. We had to cut your leg off. And just gave him like a really shit excuse. He said, well, phone a doctor. He said, I can't phone a doctor. He's like, just make an excuse after excuse that he couldn't do it. And he was giving him more drugs in this little sippy cup thing. And it ended up, he conditioned him to think that he's a walrus.
What?
And he turned his body into a walrus. So he cut like all his legs off. And he'd been making a suit out of human skin from other people and kind of sewed him into this walrus human skin thing. Yeah. And by the end of it, the guy gets saved, but he thinks he's a walrus, so he's not saved. So he's like, I think he ends up like killing the guy, like with his tusks or whatever, like a walrus would. Yeah. But like, he can't be treated like a human anymore. He lives in a like a little, like a moldy little hut with a little pool and a ball to play with, and they feed him like fish and stuff. What? Yeah. And his fiance goes, they were going to get married and stuff, and just looking at this walrus. Look at him.
Well, did she get married to him as a walrus?
No, she goes to visit him, throwing fish every now and again.
Man. What?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
How do people think of stuff like that?
Yeah, I know, it's good.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you started describing him like he's turned into a walrus, like and thinks he's a walrus, I actually felt a little sick then. Yeah. Because I could imagine what it looks like. Do you mean? And what type of film it is?
Yeah, search for it. Tusk. It's horrible.
I don't know if I'd want to see it. Because there's a film. Have you heard of
a Serbian film?
Yep.
I won't watch that.
No, I refuse.
Yeah.
I would not do that to my brain.
No, I know. I'd rather not know. I'd rather not expose myself to that.
Yeah.
Like I say, like Tusk sticks with me now forever. Like anything worse than that. I know. I'm making a home for things like that in my head.
Right.
For all these different films that I've seen and that I've got quotes from and stuff. They stuck in my brain. I can't get rid of them. It's like my brain absorbs that kind of stuff really well. So like, yeah, no, I'm not going through that.
Nah, I've heard such terrible things. But no, like films like Tusk. Now I haven't seen it. I can feel it already. It's something I wouldn't want to see. But there is part of me that's intrigued by it. Like,
I think it's softened by the fact that it's supposed to be funny. There are comedy bits in there, like the whole scene where he's explaining why his leg's been cut off. It's like it's like laughable.
Yeah,
because it's so ridiculous. But there's not much else that's funny about it. Like in my head, it's not really softened enough. But I can kind of pass it off as, just so ridiculous. But there's another side of me that's like gonna have a dream about that tonight now, you know what I mean? Which is completely real in my head.
It's horrible.
Anything you're excited to see?
There's a new film coming out. I think it's called The Bike Riders, and it's Austin Butler's in there, and it's just about a bike gang from Chicago, and Tom Hardy's in it as well. That looks really good. It looks like it's going to be original. I mean, like, you know, you're saying about the suits and all that, like, you know, how they kind of get their claws into things. I think this is going to be like original. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that, because it was meant to come out in December, but it was pushed back for some reason. So there isn't actually a release date as well. It might be now, because I last time I heard they hadn't come up with a release date. Yeah. What about yourself?
I don't know. I looked earlier on. There's not much that I'm excited about. Like I want to see the rest of the Dune ones when they come out. But yeah,
because the second one's coming soon for that, isn't it?
Don't know. Yeah, I think so. I think it's soon. But it's different in the cinema. I watched it in the house the other day, and it was just different. Like it is a slow burner kind of film, and I know I've read the book, so I know what's coming and stuff. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's different in the house. I'd have to watch it in the cinema, I think.
Yeah.
More. Plus, you go to the cinema and you're there. You're not going to turn it off. You're not going to go to the kitchen and go to the toilet, whatever. It's just you're
no
there.
Distractions.
You're absorbing it the way that they wanted you to absorb it.
Yeah.
Like films are made for cinema, aren't they?
100%.
So yeah, no, there's nothing really. I'm not into any Marvel stuff. Batman, yeah, like DC stuff. I'm interested in. I don't know if there's any new ones those coming out.
The sequel to the Robert Pattinson Batman.
Yeah.
That is a sequel. They've been filming that for a couple of years. So that should be good.
What do you think about a girl James Bond?
I think they should just start something new.
What do you mean?
Like
not James Bond.
Yeah, so
have James Bond keep going as normal.
Yeah.
And have a different thing for Mrs. Bond.
Kind of, yeah. Jane
Bond.
Do you mean? Like, at the end of the day, Ian Fleming, like, his vision was a man.
Yeah, the character.
James
sexy
Bond,
bloke.
sexy bloke. He pulled all these hot women, and he was a Lothario, and he was a secret agent. So, like, make the female version. Don't make the male a female.
Just a slut.
Yeah, yeah. But, like, you know,
blokes in bars and smoking areas.
That formula has worked for the last 40 years, isn't it? Like it's one of the biggest franchises of all time. It's like, I remember someone asked before, like, what do you think about him, like, Bond being like a different race or something?
Yeah.
Well, like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
like,
no, because it doesn't impact on his personality or his character.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's just a secret agent. Where, like, James Bond is a secret agent. Whereas, like we were saying, with a female thing, start, 006, like, 008.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a better idea.
Yeah, because, like...
a spin-off thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll work. I think, like you say, it just... So many other things need to change. I think there'll be too much pushback for a female James Bond. I wouldn't care either way. I'm not really into James Bond.
Same.
Again, you can predict what's going to happen. James Bond doesn't lose. It's like...
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm... yeah. But it changes the whole dynamic of it, because if it's a woman, James Bond, like, how would that change the villain? Do you mean? Like, everything's kind of different. Like...
Would the villain become a woman?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just a different dynamic and stuff, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Would you get as excited to see James Bond's new girlfriend?
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? Or like whoever this new hot girl's going to be James Bond. Who's James Bond going to be banging this time?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's it today.
It's just different. You just watch it like from a completely different point of view. Like it is a different thing. So yeah, maybe it should be a different thing. So last question. If there was a film made about me,
yeah,
who would play me?
Ooh, I'd say like maybe Will Ferrell. Like,
yeah, I was thinking Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I could see it all happening, dude. Like with your quirks and wackiness, like, dude.
Do you know what I'm going to say about you?
Who's that, bud?
Have a guess.
Someone told me before I look like Colin Farrell. So, do I?
I don't think you do. I don't know.
What do you think?
Maybe a little bit, actually.
Certain
You've got the same eyebrow angle and eye depth, maybe.
Yeah. I can do Irish as well.
No, Jack Black.
Oh, nice.
It'd have to be Jack Black.
I like Jack Black.
Yeah.
He's good. Have you seen his YouTube channel?
No.
Jablinski Games.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
It's good fun, like.
Yeah.
Wholesome fun. He's a good guy, like.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think, with, like, do you know, like, the way, like, films are changing now. Like, have you heard about the Oscars where you've got to, you have to have certain things in films?
No.
Is it?
Like what? Oh, like gays or...
Yeah. It's like, that might have always been the case before. They might have always had, like, certain rules before. Do you mean? But now it's like, yeah, it's all changing. You've got to have certain kind of...
Like diversity.
Yeah. And it's like, what I don't understand about it is like, everyone's fine with everything. There's a very small minority of people who are I don't know, racist or homophobic and stuff. Do you mean? It's like, it's nuts, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of people just don't understand how the world works as well, who would argue the other way for stuff. You know,
yeah, of course.
There needs to be more trans people in films. Get a trans person playing James Bond. But, like, why? Like, is there a real need for that?
Exactly.
Like, make something new. Like you say, just don't hijack something that's already established and just do something else. Yeah, no, I didn't know there were special rules for it though. I didn't know there was like I don't know. Yeah, like things you need to like include in that.
It's crazy, like, but that and who's making these rules? Who's saying to the Academy Awards, right, going forward, this is what you need.
Yeah, it's just about politics. I think it's about like appealing to the most people and saying, "Oh, look what we've done." Do you know what I mean? Like, we're the company that it's all inclusive. We can include everybody no matter what, rather than like I don't know, not really caring about it.
Yeah, but do you know, not like earlier I said like what was she disabled or something like that, right? It's because they might put someone disabled or like I don't know, black or Asian or something in a role just for that reason.
Yeah, I know.
Just so they've ticked the box. And like, I'd rather see a film about someone who is disabled and an actual disabled actor.
Yeah, like
not someone who's playing someone who's disabled.
Like Breaking Bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, TJ Miller, is it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not very good with names.
But yeah, things like that. It's more genuine then, and it doesn't feel like it's like, done on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. So what's next? What's the next podcast?
I'd say books, maybe.
Books. Cool.
What do you think?
You do books, yeah.
Like
we are well-read people.
We are well-read people. I've got so many books that I've got on the go. I need to finish one. Do you know what I mean? But like, I will read a book upon your request for the next one.
Yeah, like I'll go grab one if you want.
What are you gonna suggest?
Well, do you want the Shrinking Man?
I'll have a go with the Shrinking Man.
It's quite a short one.
But I Am
Legend. I Am Legend or Shrinking Man. It's up to you. Or both. They're quite short.
I like the idea of the Shrinking Man.
Okay.
Because I just want to see. Because I can just imagine what it's like. Do you mean? Yeah. But I am got a book to give you. That's the only thing.
Okay.
Have you got like a Kindle or anything?
No. I got a book I haven't read yet. Which is Annihilation. 1984. I haven't read.
That's good. I've got that.
I got that as well.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, I'll try and read that then.
That's good. That'll make you be like, what?
Yeah. Animal Farm, read that one?
Yeah.
It's the same guy, innit?
Yeah. George Orwell.
Yeah. Owlsley
boy. Yeah, but I'll have a go with the Shrinking Man.
Yeah. I'll grab a few before we go on. There we are. So stay tuned. If you like books.
Yes. Thank you.